So we started talking about music on this episode.
Yeah, we just
I
basically
miss
just started talking about music.
so much, dude.
We don't regularly talk about music in this thing,
no,
do we?
No.
No, you introduced us into some indie musicians that were pretty good. Like
I like going on YouTube and just looking around and trying. And I'll try songs here and there, but I like listening to full albums. So if there are even bands, some people buy albums, or I don't know if they buy them anymore, but we used to get albums and it was just like they would fast forward to the track that they heard on the radio, and they would just go to it. Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, they have like 6 other tracks before this. Let's just take the whole thing in, But that's what I like doing. So, I mean, I've heard like, I heard a Smashing Pumpkins album that I'd never heard before, which I think it was entitled Zeitgeist.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that was a really good album. Aside from one track, I think the entire album, I think it had like maybe 10, 13 tracks, and all of them were really good. I was like, shit. Damn. All right.
Okay.
And then Anderson .Paak was one that I think led, I forgot what tour a couple years ago. And he's like hip hop, but he has this like old school retro sound to him. But he's really good. I couldn't tell if we were talking about whether I could tell if he was East Side or West Side, and it was kind of hard. But I think we were watching a video and it was like said LA in it. So we're just going to conclude that he's an LA alien.
He's from a West Coast. Yeah,
West Side,
just like
definitely.
It's funny because
Oxnard, yeah.
I was at work late last night, and then my coworker and I were talking about a couple of albums and stuff, and I was playing the Arctic Monkeys, like their first couple of albums, and we were talking about how like the first 3, whatever you say I am, I'm not, or whatever, and then there's another one that comes after that, and then Humbug I think is the third one, and then like those were like the 3 like. For the first 3 were like the really good ones. The ones afterwards they're good, but they're not as good as like their initial like.
The initial 3 were like solid, huh?
Like their initial like them, like their initial like they're a little bit more raw, like more them. But
it's
I mean,
funny because sometimes you can tell when certain artists reach their peak. So if you're following their stuff, you go, this album was the best. So around this time when he was heavily into drugs and really suicidal is when they were really good. They were raw. Okay.
A lot of albums come from like heartbreak.
Oh,
just like
raw
strong
emotions,
emotional feelings and stuff. Mostly heartbreak.
Speaking of that, it almost seems like a musician is closely associated with like a comedian or something like that, because you know how they say like some of the really greatest comedians have like the worst life ever, know.
I think the best artists are not the most mentally stable people.
Yeah, I agree.
But because they've either like had some sort of trauma, or there's there's having some sort of like mental mental like trials or things,
turbulence,
mental issues or something whatnot. Okay. But like I feel like from like a tortured mind kind of more or less comes like beautiful art,
Yeah, I think you're right.
Agreed.
I think the having experienced like major trauma will take you to places where you write amazing songs. Like there's this one religious one, I guess it's kind of religious, I don't know if it's religious, but it's called Hallelujah, and it's been covered by many people. But basically the song talks about how it's a broken hallelujah, like this person is getting beat. And then they
like martyred.
It's interesting because like
it's a broken
like I never really paid attention to that song because it's religious, and then like
because of the word hallelujah,
somebody ended up singing it, I think maybe like at the end credits or something, and I had the subtitles on, and then like a couple of the lyrics popped up. I was like, what?
Yeah, they're pretty dark. That song is dark.
I was like, what?
Yeah. It's kind of traumatic. That song is traumatic.
It's always on the delivery, isn't it? Because the delivery got you initially with the song that you're talking about, and then you heard that song that she's talking about, but it didn't really connect to you till you hear somebody else do it, and it was just like it associated.
Well, it's been like I don't even know who the original singer is because it's been covered so many times. But like I've never really paid attention to the song too much, or at least paid attention to the lyrics. Like unless I have text in front of me, like sometimes it's hard for me to pay attention to lyrics. But like the text like popped up, and I was like, oh
And you know what? I was just having a
It
conversation
was a little
with.
different than I thought.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with our good friend Blaze Toasty yesterday because he was like, come over, I want to show you this new song. So I went over and he prepared it for me. He played it. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful song inspired by his friend who is a vegan, and she defends like animals and like helps him get homes and like does all these things for him. And I was just kind of watching him, like his whole like process of writing songs. I asked him, okay, so do you write with like first lyrics and then melody, or first melody and then lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, usually for him it's melody and then he writes the lyrics. And we came to the conclusion, I think we both agree, I don't know what you guys think, but a song, what weighs heavier in a song is not necessarily the lyrics, it's more of a melody. Like the melody will grab you first and then the lyrics. Is that right?
I feel like it's a combination.
You think? Like,
yeah.
like a song could, I honestly feel like a song could have an amazing melody, and shitty lyrics, and it'll still be a hit. Like
So
the
when you say
Tequila
melody,
song,
like
like
are
it's
you
all
saying like the music, like the instruments in the background, or like the way
music, the
the
composition,
singer, because the way like when I hear Chris Cornell sing, dude, like yeah, the audio is also good, but the way that this guy sings those words and pours his like tortured soul into it, like his voice is what kind of like captures
Did he commit
me.
suicide? Is that what happened? I don't know how he did it. Like,
supposedly yes. I mean, I think he did. It was like a overdose of pills.
Oh man, tortured soul. Huh?
And you know what's funny that you mentioned Chris Cornell. I was about to mention him too. Was that I don't know his total background in detail, but I know that there was a lot of songs that he did where initially he wrote the lyrics first and then added the music after.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
so
see that
that's sick.
happening.
That's
I
sick.
can see
With
that
him,
happening
like-
with him.
And
He probably has a talent for that
Yeah.
shit.
you know,
yeah.
it depends on who does it. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, my style was doing the beat and rhythm first and then applying the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, like the music songs are like, a body. So you got the bones, you got the meat, you got the veins, you got whatever else, the skin, and then comes the lyrics. For me, you know what I mean?
You have to structure it like,
The
like
structure,
from
yes.
different.
I
Like
think
there's
for-
layers to it.
If I were to write music, I think for me it would be the lyrics and then the music afterwards, because I feel
okay.
like the lyrics sometimes are like basically the soul like of the music, unless you have a shitty song, shitty empty song.
Yeah. Oh,
And see,
man.
and
Oh,
it's really
man.
cool because
there
Melissa and
ha-
I have collaborated before
Yeah,
too.
and you guys have like a wealth of knowledge as far as like music goes and
We
reading
collaborated.
music.
We
and-
collaborated both
Yeah.
in school, and we collaborated both when I was making my own music, and she came in just to fuck around with the drum machine and all that stuff. So we actually did a couple of tracks, but it wasn't like anything that I think everything was left unfinished, to be honest. Would you say that, Melissa?
What did we collab on?
Remember when we'd be in my garage?
Oh yeah,
You guys had a
that
band.
was
You guys
awesome.
started
No,
a
we
band?
didn't have a band.
No,
we'd get
no,
So
no band.
Rudy and I would get stoned as fuck.
Oh my God.
And he had in his garage, he had his bass, but we never really used the bass.
No,
But he had
rarely.
a beat machine and and
Guitar and keyboard.
a keyboard. And for the most part, we'd play with the keyboard and the beat machine. But we'd be stoned like out of our minds, dude. And it was like amazing. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
love playing
Oh,
that
yeah.
beat machine, dude.
We
Like
got
we just like
stuck on it. It was.
It was
Did you guys
so
create
funny.
anything really cool, like worth
I
like
mean,
sharing?
probably
sure
not.
you
We thought
did.
it was great at the
Yeah,
time.
we thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
a
were
simple
so
1-2
stoned.
beat probably would have like
Tell me
entertained us.
tell me you have records of this.
I don't think so.
I believe I still have the beats. I don't know if I have recordings of us actually the music that we were making at the moment. But there's a song by a band, and I can't remember the band's name right now, but they did a song called Fever Dreams, and I swear to God, the music that we made reminded me of that band, and in particularly that song.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think they were called like I want to say the Rembrandts, but I'm probably off.
The Rembrandts.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay,
I
okay.
feel like I'm off on that
Yeah.
one.
I remember there was this time that Rudy and I, again, stoned out of our minds, were fucking playing in your garage, creating music, and there was this
That's dope.
amazing like beat keyboard combo that we were creating, and we're like this is fucking amazing. Like, we were so impressed. We
more.
were like so like blown away and impressed with ourselves. And then like later on, like not that far later, we realized that it was already a
It was already a song.
I think it was just a song that we like recalled like out of memory, and we just kind of like started like recreating.
Do you remember what song
I
it
don't
was?
remember, but
Yeah. We were like, we got a hit, man.
but they were like, oh wait, this is whatever.
Oh my god!
Whatever
You know
this
what?
song
I
is.
actually heard a story from a musician friend of mine similar to that, but in their case, they actually invested money. They went to the recording studio. They wrote this song. It was like the next best hit, and then somebody else hears it. They're like, "Wait a minute, that song is exactly like this other song that's on the radio." And so one of the co-authors, I guess, had heard it, and so during like the sessions, like the writing sessions, like this was her input, but she was basically just regurgitating whatever she had heard. She just didn't realize it. So when they recorded and went into production and produced the song and put it out, like it was
oh
like,
my
wait a
God,
minute.
That's
This
just
song
too
is-
funny.
I can see how that can happen on accident. But
Fuck.
luckily, Rudy and I
That's just
never
too funny.
like did this with the intention of going anywhere. We just
I-
did it to have
Yeah,
fun.
I think we
Fun.
should
Yes,
explore this more
experimenting.
Yeah.
more, guys. I think I challenge you guys to do a really high like beat session.
Oh,
you know what I
we'll
mean?
create the new intro, but
Yes.
it's gonna be like it's gonna sound like we've dropped acid or some shit like
Yes.
that, you know.
Okay.
Or
It's
we
gonna be
could
really
drop
bad.
acid into
Can we do a
Or we
live?
could drop.
and just drop acid.
Can we do a live feed and like do this? Like, if you guys have the skills.
You want to watch us
Yes,
do it?
I
That's,
don't-
that's
wait a minute.
perverted,
I
man.
wanna
That
watch.
sounds
This is
perverted.
when we were like
Oh,
18.
borderline
I don't know. We
perversion.
have the skills to do this anymore.
Even more
This is
fun.
like-
Even more perfect.
This is like a little shy of
Actually,
like 20
I have
years
not.
later.
I picked up the guitar again, but I haven't picked it up in a couple months, to be honest. But I did pick it up again, so that
but you have the
now all the
skills.
weight's on you, Melissa. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Alright,
on the
Melissa.
keyboard, and you're gonna be like, duty, daddy, doobie doo, and it's just like, yeah, no, that's not working. It's not working.
I challenge you guys to
I don't
bring
even
that
play
equipment.
the keyboard.
We have a keyboard. We got a.
I don't even play the keyboard.
We'll figure that shit out, man.
I don't even have fingers.
Toes. Use
fingers
your
don't
toes. Use your toes.
My left foot. Oh.
Honestly, we should get wasted and do this. I think it's a great idea. It's definitely worth like a show. Like we should get together, get wasted, and just beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep, boop, see what happens, and watch it become like the next big hit. Like this is how magic happens, guys. Come on, are you with me? Are you with me?
It sounds magical.
Yeah,
It really
I mean,
does.
I'm not saying no.
Especially with the magic, with the magic drugs that might be involved. And it's been started.
It's been brought in.
It's been brought in. That fucking movie. God, what was it called?
Bring
Not-
it on, I think.
No,
Bring
no,
It
no,
On?
no. Okay,
Bring It
Bring It
On.
On was the movie that they were parodying, but the
Spirit
movie that
Bears.
was parodying it was, I believe, called Not Another Teen Movie. And it sucks that my knowledge is withholding this information because it's like it's not important to my life at all.
I thought that movie was Bring It On.
It's
but I thought they
occupying
said
brain
Bring
space
It,
there?
and it's like, it's been brought in.
It's been brought in.
that was
I
from the
quoted that-
parody.
Oh, I thought that was the original. I don't fucking know, dude.
Parody.
What?
Yeah. It was from the parody
Oh,
of
this
the
is new
movie.
information.
My
And it
whole
was
memory is working
hilarious.
against me.
It's melding parodies and original movies together, and you're going, "Oh
Right.
yeah,
Oh shit! It's a parody. So one of them's a parody. Okay,
yeah." And they were
alright.
parodying like all kinds of like '80s movies and just I don't know teen movies, but yeah,
Was it not another teen movie?
It was. It was.
Okay.
Because I genuinely liked that movie, as stupid as it was. I genuinely liked
You
that
basic
movie.
bitch.
No, it wasn't. It was totally off its fucking rocker, and I
think
saw
I
it.
saw it though. I think I
Yeah.
saw it, and I probably liked it, but I can't remember movies that far back.
I can't remember.
I know I saw it. I think I saw Bring It On maybe, but I can't remember these movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, everything's like the fragments of shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's all I have now. Fragments of shit.
I think Kirsten Dunst was in Bring
Kirsten
It On.
Dunst. There's
Kirsten,
Kirsten.
See, I never saw the
Tomato,
original movie.
tomato.
whatever.
I never
Yeah.
saw the original movie. I don't know who's in it.
And I think it was a cheerleader thing, right?
It was a
I
cheerleader
think that's
thing.
all I remember though.
Yeah.
That's the like the only two things.
It was
I
like those
remember.
damn movies like Stomp the Yard where they're just dancing and like it's a dance off.
Stomp the
That like at
yard.
that
Yeah, I
around
don't
that
know. I
time
think
there
it's
was
used to be
like
a
dance
play.
movie after
I
dance
have
movie
no idea
came
what
out,
that is.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I remember like there was a time in our lives where like just like so many dance competition movies came out.
Oh my
That's
god!
true,
Yeah, there
that's
was
true.
like
Yeah.
one with Jessica Alba that was I think called Honey, and she was like a dancer that everybody wanted.
You know what's funny? What's funny is that
Facts.
Jessica Alba, like, I mean, her acting career never really like took off very well. I liked her in
What
Dark
are you
Angel.
talking about? We're all in love with Jessica Alba.
No, she's stunning. I love her.
Oh, I
But
hit
as
it.
far
She's the
as-
best actress. She should have an award.
I wouldn't fall in
like
love
a-
with it, but I'd hit it.
but
yeah.
an Oscar
Right, yeah.
for her performance.
But
like,
her movies weren't
in
that great, right?
Sin
but,
City. Wow.
But she's one.
See? Those
she's
hips
one of the
move.
most successful.
Shakira who?
She's one of the most successful like females, like female CEOs out there because of like her honest company.
Wait.
Honest company?
She's
Like-
like
She
she's
Are
has
like
a
you
down
being
company
to
called
earth?
Honest. Yeah,
Oh,
Like,
Honest
honestly,
Brands.
what?
Honest Brand, the brand Honest.
what is their merchandise? What do they sell?
They sell like home products, like baby products, like self-care products,
Like
like
a wide
like
variety
they're all
of-
like
of
supposed to be like
products?
organic-ish
Oh,
organic products
okay,
products
okay,
and whatnot.
okay,
So
okay.
like
Mhm,
they
mhm.
sell so much stuff that she's become like incredibly successful.
It's like Rihanna. They don't even have to do like whatever they became famous for, like,
Right.
like acting, singing, because they're doing so well in their businesses that it's like,
Yeah,
know?
yeah. They're like people are like, what happened to your albums? Like, when's the next album coming out? She's like, album. Like, oh, albums. That's right. I was a
Oh,
musician.
that's right.
That's what
I
gives
was a
me
musician.
peanuts. So,
That's what
okay,
gives me
yeah.
pocket change, yo.
Pocket change. It is.
That was a side project. That was a side hustle.
Fuck, dude. It's true. It's true.
My thing is home
Right.
and living.
Mm-hmm. Self-care product.
That's
If you
my
could
hustle
invent
right
like your
there.
own product, Melissa, like that doesn't exist. Okay, this is all right. This goes for both of you. Invent a product that doesn't exist that will improve your life. Anything about anything. Go.
Finds.
That was not any of us.
No,
that
that-
was
that-
Blanca.
Wait, do I have to
That was
hit the
Blanca who gave
bell?
up.
Do I have to
You
hit
have
the
to
bell?
hit the bell.
If I could create a pill that cured the flu,
You cure the flu.
a pill that cured the common cold or the flu.
Melissa, that's very selfish of you.
It's a beauty
Jesus.
pageant, or what the fuck is this?
My
World
God.
Dude,
peace?
how
What?
much money do you think that would bring?
Let me see.
Again,
This
very
is
selfish
not,
of you.
This is not
Oh, we're thinking money.
for world
Okay,
peace.
profit.
This is money in my pockets, yo.
Okay, all right.
Who would not buy
So
that? Who would
diabolical.
not buy that?
Somebody
Okay.
buy
You're like
diabolical.
you got
What
the
fuck?
flu. It's like fuck. I need to go buy this pill. That's like $10 or $20.
That's a good one. Okay, Rudy, your turn. Who? Let's see who's out of the three will be the most profitable.
Everybody in that in the world,
In
by the
blue.
way, would
Blue.
probably buy it at least once a year,
Okay.
once or twice a year.
Okay. All right then. So what
Okay.
about you, Rudy?
Something practical, I guess, would be anything that finds whatever you've lost. So everything that
Like
you
your
have.
damn mind.
No, well,
Like a
yeah,
tracker or
yeah,
something?
Maybe.
Like a GPS
yeah,
tracker?
like a tracker. Yeah,
Some-
like a tracker.
We already
You know
make
what?
those.
It doesn't make it.
We already make those.
No,
lo-
it
well,
can't
it's
exist.
True.
It
It
can't
is true.
exist.
It is true. We do make them, but we don't make them for everything. And I'm thinking everything. I'm talking like down from keys to
yeah, that's already made. Like
Yeah,
tile.
dude.
Have you heard the
I have
thing
one- I
tile?
have
to
one
your
on right
car, to
Your phone is a
like,
GPS.
You
the-
apply it
to-
to anything you want to
to
find.
your bottle opener,
You
You
can
hear
put
about
it
that?
on your
To-
bottle opener.
your shoelaces.
You
to
can put that on
something-
your fucking shoelace.
You know what, Melissa?
Something doesn't exist, Rudy. Come on, get creative. Fuck.
Well, see, that's
Drink
the thing.
some wine.
When you
Come on.
invent something, you just gotta work on something. You
I
just
win.
make it better. You
So
make
far,
it better.
she's winning.
Yeah, I won.
So far, she's winning. Okay, and you're giving me less and less time to think about something that I really can't figure out. Okay,
Fine,
I'm trying to stall
fine,
here.
Fine.
Boring. Next.
Something doesn't exist. Come on, Rudy. Come on. Anything. You know. Fuck, man. Okay, let's see. Something that doesn't exist that would make everybody's life more exciting. You know what? I saw these things, invisible shields. Like, these things really exist. Okay, bear with me.
They already exist.
Okay,
Boring.
but-
Next.
Now, apply the same concept, okay? Because I've always said, as a photographer, if Photoshop was real, like if I could go,
Photoshop is real.
but like on human beings, like a filter, you know what I mean, like on social media, but like in real life.
Photoshop is real.
But Photoshop is like real, like a shield. Like I would like bloop, and then like
Women put 10 layers of makeup on. It makes them look like completely different people. And not just women. Men do it too. Men, non-binary people do it. So that's kind of already there.
no, but
What?
see, this Photoshop invention would be like a cover.
You're talking about camouflage.
Yeah,
You're talking
Like
about
a body?
like a real
Body
Photoshop. If like
condom?
today I want to have like
invisible
blonde hair,
cloak.
I got a couple clicks and I got blonde hair.
Oh, okay.
And then if I want like a bigger boob or whatever, like
You want one bigger
boob.
boob.
Well, this
One bigger boob.
Because you know we're
I
not
just want my
symmetrical, right?
left tit to be a lot
I want my
bigger.
left boob to be as equal as my right boob, because as you know, like we're not completely symmetrical. That's my logic. Tell me one testicle isn't bigger than the other.
I think that's a
You got
natural
cancer.
thing. There are some
Do you
women
have
who
cancer?
must have symmetrical breasts out there, and,
No.
and they're just like
I
wow.
challenge anyone to send me pictures of their feet.
I just want people to.
I can't
She
blame
just
a
wants
chick.
people
I
to
Prove
can't
it.
blame a
censor.
bee for
Prove
trying.
it. I think I win.
This is just like a terrible ruse to get people to send you picture of their tits. From our
this
two
is
followers.
This is
This is my
actual
plan all along.
scientific research that we're going to do. We have to do our work. I mean, if not, it'd just be straight perversion. We're not perverts, Melissa. We are not. Blanca and I are not perverts.
Not
right?
Just sexual
Not-
deviants.
Not 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
That's different.
It's different.
Melissa, that's different. Okay, so
You know what? I don't have a problem with that.
Weenobee Radio. Weenobee Radio. Okay.